Do you know that you can train your brain to make more money? This is what NFA money and max potential money is all about. And it's what we're going to talk about today on this episode, 6 mantras to increase your money flow. If it's your first time here, I'm Dr. Amanda Barrientez, the host of Max Potential Money. This is your place to come each and every week if you are a coach or an online entrepreneur who wants to learn money, mindset, marketing, and manifestation tips and tricks to help you up-level your money-making game so you can make more money. I know I just said money about 10 times in that intro. And the reason is because when I did polls across the board of the people that I got to work with, they all said that they wanted to make more money in their business. And I get it. I did too. I wanted to make more money in my life because I was on food stamps and I had a very tumultuous history with making money. And it caused me to feel really impoverished and shitty. I was really stuck in survival mode and constantly thinking about what would happen if an emergency situation happened. I have 3 kids and I would always be thinking, oh my God, I hope nothing bad happens to them. I hope the car doesn't break down. We had Medicaid, so if they had a health incident, it was okay because they at least had health insurance, but the car breaking down or them needing something extra at school, all those things caused me a lot of worry and concern when I was on food stamps and I was barely making any money. Of course, I was in grad school and I was working my way up the ladder, so I felt where I thought, okay, if I get my PhD, I'll be able to make more money and then I'll get unstuck from this cycle. And what really started to happen for me that I realized was that my mind around money was broken. And my beliefs were very contradictory. So this is where and why I came up with the term competing commitments. Because as I started to step into the field of personal growth and development and values orientation through Dr. John Demartini, I realized that we can shift our value system toward making more money. We can train our brain to make more money. And then what happened for me is that when I went through his process, I realized that wealth building was nowhere on my value system. And so I thought, if I change that, what's possible? And part of that was starting to do mantras, use affirmations, mantras, declarations. I know we all call these different things. We could dig into what the differences are between those, but really what I want you to take away today is that I want you to start training your brain for money making by thinking about wealth building in a different way, by thinking that it's possible for you to shift out of whatever state you're in. Maybe you're not on food stamps and you're not struggling the way that I was, but it could be that you have a 6-figure business and you want to take it to $500,000 a year instead of $100,000 a year. Maybe you're making just scraping by and you're just paying your bills and you want to have money for investments. Maybe you want to make a little extra money to go on a big trip once COVID is over if you're not traveling right now. It doesn't matter where you're at in the money game. Money mantras are really helpful because they train your brain in the direction of the success you want to go, in the direction of the money-making potential you want to go, in any direction you want to go. You can use mantras for all kinds of things. And I think of a mantra as just a repeated statement that you automatically know in your mind and that you say throughout the day. And you're training your brain. And people ask me all the time with mantras, do you have to believe that it's true? Yes and no. Of course, it always helps if you believe it's true, but the problem is you would already be where you want to be if you believed it was true and you were there. It's kind of like going to the gym. The first day, let's say you need to lose 50 pounds. The first day you go to the gym, do you believe it's possible to lose 50 pounds? Sure, in your mind somewhere you're like, yeah, it's possible, but you're also like doing those curls or maybe the first 20 minutes on the elliptical and you're kind of dying and you're like, oh God, this is going to be hard. But you stay in the game and you go, I'm just going to keep going 20 minutes at a time, 20 minutes at a time. Then next time maybe the next week you up it to 22 minutes and then 25. And then all of a sudden you start losing weight and you're like, oh my God, it's totally possible. So you have to take a step in the direction somewhere and start planting the seed for the future to be created the way you want it to be created. And that's why mantras work. For me, when I was on food stamps, I started using this first one I'm going to tell you, which is, I am a money magnet. Everything I touch turns to gold. I love this one. I am a money magnet. Everything I touch turns to gold. When I bring any amount of money in, I say that mantra. oh yeah, I'm a money magnet. Everything I touch turns to gold. And I've trained my brain to think that. So I no longer go, oh no, I can't afford it. Money doesn't come to me easily. I'm like, yeah, I'm a money magnet. Everything I touch turns to gold. All my thoughts lead to money, right? I start planting those seeds and then it starts coming true. So you've got to start somewhere. You don't have to believe it, but I want you to start training your brain in the direction. Just think about it like you're going to the mental gym of money making and you're training your brain into direction. So let me share these 6 with you. So number 1, I am a money magnet. Everything I touch turns to gold. I am a money magnet. Everything I touch turns to gold. I love that one. That's one of my all-time favorites. Number 2, money is an unlimited resource. The less I work, the more I make. Money is an unlimited resource. You could just even use that. Money is an unlimited resource. Money is an unlimited resource. The less I work, the more I make. I love the combination of this because I want you to start setting up your brain for believing that it's possible to make more money without doing more. Energetically, you're going to be aligned. You're going to attract more money your way, and you're not going to have to work 10 times as hard to make 10 times as much money. So you might already be working your butt off. You might already have 2 jobs and you're trying to do a side hustle so that you can get out of those 2 jobs. I don't want you to think, oh God, I got to work 5 times as hard to make 5 times as much money. No, money is an unlimited resource. The less I work, the more I make. Number 3, I can afford everything I want. This is a big one because I used to do this a lot, and I know a lot of people who do it, who something comes into their realm, into their field, into their awareness, and they're like, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. And they really want it, but they're like, I can't afford it. And in their mind, that's the first thing they think. I want you to start training your brain. I can afford everything I want. I can afford everything I want. So when you walk into a space and you see something you want, and maybe you don't have the money in your bank account at the moment, but you think, I can afford everything I want. And your brain will start shifting toward thinking about how to get that, right? And then who knows what will happen. I've had this happen so many times where I used to have the thought I can't afford it, and now I train my brain like, I can afford anything I want. And some magical money will show up for me to afford the thing that I want. So I want you to train your brain in that direction. Number 4, I am willing to feel good all of the time. I am willing to feel good all the time. So remember, in manifestation, the higher vibration you have, the more attractive you are to the things that you want. And high vibe means you're aligned. When you're high vibed, it means that you're joyful, flowing, happy, magnetic to bringing in more money, more opportunities, more clients, more whatever it is that you want to attract your way. And when you are willing to feel good all the time, it makes that easier. I know this one sounds strange because some people are like, what do you mean? Wouldn't I want to feel good all the time? But a lot of people are addicted to stress. A lot of people are addicted to feeling bad. A lot of people, if you listen to them, they'll complain about their pains, their ailments, their fears, their money situation, their doubts, COVID, everything. They just complain. That person is not willing to feel good. They're actually exuding feeling bad. And it pushes away opportunities and it pushes away money because abundance is flowing. Abundance is vibrant. So when you're pulling yourself down by not feeling good, you got to start shifting in the direction of, I am willing to feel good all the time. And I'm willing to feel better and better all of the time. So I want you to try these out. I definitely want you to be writing these down and try them out. Number 5, with every step I take, I exponentially increase what the universe can do for me. Remember, you must take action in order to manifest what you want to manifest. You have the thought with clarity. I've talked about this in another episode, 3 steps to manifesting more money. You have the clarity and then you take action in the direction. And what this does is open doors of opportunity because the universe, you're on the go and the universe is like, ooh, here's another opportunity. Here's another opportunity. I'll just keep putting them in your path. So I want you to keep reminding yourself, with every step I take, I exponentially increase what the universe can do for me. And you could even say I exponentially increase what the universe will do for me, because absolutely the universe is just waiting for you to give it direction. If you're kind of willy-nilly and scattered and not clear and not really taking action, the universe is like, oh, you don't really need anything or want anything. You don't really want to be in action. So you got to set yourself up for success by going, with every step I take, I exponentially increase what the universe can and will do for me. And you could choose either one that feels right to you. But I want you to remember you need to be in action, and I want you to remember that the universe rewards action in the direction of what you want to manifest. So this helps you increase your magnetism, and it helps you get aligned with reinforcing that action brings you what you want and what you're desiring. Number 6, I'm always in the right place at the right time for money-making opportunities. I love this one because I'm always thinking wherever I am, I'm always in the right place at the right time to expand my wealth. I'm always in the right place at the right time. So you could add whatever you want to the end of this, but start it with, I'm always in the right place at the right time to blank, to expand my success, to meet more people who can teach me how to build my wealth, to bring on more clients, to teach people what I love to teach and increase my wealth. If you want it focused on money, it could just be, I'm always in the right place at the right time to feel good. I'm always in the right place at the right time to expand my circle of influence. I'm always in the right place. I mean, just this mantra is really powerful. I'm always in the right place at the right time. What this does is eliminates your doubt-filled thinking that things aren't going your way, that even what's going on in the world at the current moment isn't going your way, or that you're not meeting the right people. I truly believe you're always meeting the right people at the right place, at the right time, in the right moment. Like, everything is perfectly aligned, right? You could use the word perfect if you want. Sometimes I say I'm in the perfect body with the perfect mind, with the perfect heart, with the perfect brain to create the perfect life that's ever expanding in abundance. These are just the things. I want you to start the habit of training your brain for more money and more abundance and more wealth and more success and more self-love and more flow, and just start practicing this. So you can write your own, you can write these down and use them. I would love to hear how these go for you. I know that mantras have been life-altering, hugely transformational for me. I didn't really realize it until I started, stepping into getting coached myself and listening to a lot of podcasts and changing my brain. I was like, wow, I have a lot of negative self-talk. I mean, I really beat the shit out of myself. Horribly. So I know some of you might think I've always been this way. Heck no. I used to really beat myself up, and it almost makes me want to cry, thinking about how badly I treated myself in my brain. And we can be our worst enemies, and we can be the ones that hold ourselves back, and we can be the ones that tell us the negative inner critic awfulness. And I want you to think, would you be talking to a kid you loved that way? We all have an inner child inside of us who wants to be supported and encouraged and cheered on, and you've got to become your own cheerleader. So I really switched from this inner critic beat up to this inner boss, inner cheerleader, just like NFA style, like NFA love. No fucking around love. I want you to love yourself fully. I want you to set yourself up to feel good every single day. That's what makes you more magnetic to building your wealth, having more love, having more money, having the things that you want, because you love yourself first. I really think this is one of the greatest quests that there is in life, is to love yourself fully and to be fully self-expressed. And it's one of the harder quests because it's scary to lean into. It can be unknown, and we don't know how to do it well. And there's a lot of negative messages that we get from our surroundings, from society, and then it starts to replay in our own heads. So because of the negativity bias, where we remember negative things 8 times more easily than positive things, you've got to do the work to train your brain in the direction of success. So that's what these mantras will help you do. I'd love to hear yours in the comments. Leave me a comment wherever if you're on YouTube, leave a comment there. If you're listening on the podcast, go to any of the social media channels. I always post these videos on LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook. Under @NFA Coaching is my handle. So go there and tag me with your mantra that you use to uplevel your game. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, if you're loving what you're learning every episode on Max Potential Money, it would be awesome if you'd leave a review, subscribe, share it with friends, help us grow and meet more people so that we can expand wealth in the world in a really powerful way, where we get to have an impact through building wealth, doing what we love, and inspiring other people. One of my favorite mantras I'll share in closing is from Gay Hendricks. He says, every day I expand in love and success, and I inspire others to do the same. Every day I expand in love and success, and I inspire others to do the same. That's what you helping us grow this channel in the NFA tribe does, is it helps to inspire others and expand in love and success. So That's what I've got for you today. NFA money making high fives, sending you big hugs and love, and I hope you have an incredible week. Thank you for listening to or watching this episode and for being a part of the NFA family. You are why I do what I do. If you're liking what you're learning here on Max Potential Money, you will definitely want to go to www.nfamasterclass.com to learn about the #1 deadly money mistake all entrepreneurs make. Again, that's www.nfamasterclass.com. Until next time, remember to be NFA today.